All right, good evening, everybody. This is Phil Grigsby with the National Weather Service, and we're going to go through the weekly weather outlook for the upcoming week. So the quick forecast overview is that we still do have some continued coastal flooding concerns along some nearshore areas around Lake Pontchartrain and the western portions of Lake Pontchartrain through the middle of the week. These conditions should improve by the latter part of the week as winds continue to die off. We'll also have high pressure remaining in firm control of the area, and that's going to bring summer-like conditions to the region through the end of the week. And there could be an increased chance of some thunderstorms as we get into next weekend. These scattered storms will most likely occur in the afternoon more than any other time. So here's a quick overview of where the coastal flood advisories and warnings remain in effect. You can see the coastal flood warning continues for low-lying areas around Lake Maurepas and Lake Pontchartrain in Livingston, Ascension, St. James, and St. John the Baptist parishes. We're primarily concerned with some of the low-lying communities there. You know, in the Maurepas area, around the Blind River, around the New River, those flood-prone areas that typically do see some coastal flooding issues every once in a while. The good news is the flood levels are beginning to drop. They've dropped about a foot today in most areas, and they should continue to gradually fall through the week. We expect most areas to see the flooding come to an end by the middle of the week. But as of right now, we're seeing flood levels between 2 and 4 feet above ground level. And so there are some roads that are closed, and there are obviously some non-elevated structures that could be flooded due to those higher water levels. And again, we do advise you to not drive through areas of high water. That is extremely dangerous. Find an alternate route if a road is barricaded or closed off. Please do not drive around barricades. So here's a quick look at the river forecast in the Amite River near Maurepas, Louisiana. And the majority of this flooding is driven by the coastal flooding that's been occurring. There is a little bit of rainfall flooding as well, but that typically is not as big of an impact in this area. So this is a really good gauge that we use to gather information about coastal flooding issues on the western side of Lake Pontchartrain and around Lake Maurepas. And you can see that it did peak out on Friday at around 6.2 feet. Which was in the middle range of the moderate flood stage, and it is beginning to fall. It has fallen around a foot since that highest level with the latest observed value at 5.2 feet at 8 p.m. And the forecast line, the line purple there, does show a continued downward trend, and we do expect it to fall out of flood stage by the middle of the week, probably sometime Tuesday night or into Wednesday morning. So at that point, the coastal flooding threat should begin to come to an end for the areas around Lake Maurepas and Lake Pontchartrain. So that's the summary of the coastal flooding issues that we've had. Like I said, things should begin to improve as we get into the middle of the week for everybody that's in that area around Maurepas, Killian, French Settlement, White Castle, Blind River area, portions of Laplace, Fernier Landing. Those areas, you should see improved conditions by the middle of the week. So here's the New Orleans 7-day forecast. And as you can see, temperatures are actually going to be pretty close to normal through the week with lows near 70 and highs in the upper 80s. The normal high is right around 87 this time of year, and the normal low is 71. So we're going to be right in the range of what is normal for this time of year. The rain chances are going to be quite low until we get to Saturday. Then we'll have a slight chance of maybe seeing an isolated shower or thunderstorm develop during the afternoon hours. But right now, we're really not expecting any significant weather concerns through the week for the New Orleans area. So this is the Baton Rouge outlook, and it's not too much different than what we're going to see in New Orleans temperature-wise. We'll see highs in the upper 80s and lows in the upper 60s, which is very close to what we normally see this time of year. There will be a little better chance of rain as we get into Wednesday afternoon in the Baton Rouge area, but it's only a 20% chance. But there could be an isolated shower or thunderstorm that does pop up in the afternoon hours there. The better chances of rain look like they're going to come in for the weekend, and especially by Saturday afternoon, we could see some widely scattered showers and thunderstorms around. With around a 25 to 30% chance of rain. So it looks like not a washout. We're not expecting anything like we saw last week in the Baton Rouge area, but we will have a little better chance of seeing pop-up thunderstorm in the afternoon as we get into Saturday. So the 7-day outlook for Gulfport, this is also not much different than what we're seeing around New Orleans in terms of the rainfall. The best rain chances look like they will be on Saturday with pretty much dry weather all the way through Friday, and it's only going to be an isolated shower or thunderstorm Saturday afternoon with no significant impacts expected at this time. And temperatures should gradually warm through the week. We'll see lows rise from the mid 60s tonight and tomorrow night into more of the upper 60s, probably actually around 70 or even the lower 70s by the time we get to the latter part of the week around Friday and Saturday. And that's just due to an increase in humidity values across the area as the week goes on. And we'll see highs also warm from the mid 80s early this week around Monday and Tuesday, and even into Wednesday, into the upper 80s by the time we get to Friday and Saturday. So a little bit of a warming trend in the Gulfport area through the week. And then in McComb, the 7-day forecast is a little bit closer to what we would see in Baton Rouge as far as the rain chances go. Maybe about a 13% chance of rain on Wednesday is what we're showing. That may be, just enough to get a very, very isolated shower or thunderstorm to pop up in the southwest Mississippi area. The better chances would be, as you head west of McComb, say over towards Woodville, Centerville, that area. That's where there's going to be maybe a little better chance of seeing an isolated storm on Wednesday afternoon. And then the better chances will pick up as we get into Saturday, the same trend with some widely scattered thunderstorms possible, especially in the afternoon hours on Saturday. There will also be a warming trend in McComb, kind of similar to what we're going to be seeing in Gulfport. We'll see lows warm from the low 60s into the upper 60s throughout the week, and daytime highs really won't change much. They'll remain in the upper 80s to near 90 through the period. So it's going to be a little bit cooler than average early on, especially during the overnight hours, but we'll be closer to average for the overnight lows as we get into the latter part of the week. So that is the overall expectation for our four main areas of Southwest Mississippi, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, and the Mississippi coast as far as the outlook for the week. And so the quick forecast summary is that we're going to see coastal flooding continue to remain a concern in near-shore areas around Lake Pontchartrain and the western portions of around Lake Maurepas and the western portions of Lake Pontchartrain through the middle of the week. We'll see high pressure bring summer-like conditions to the area through the end of the week. And then we'll see an increased chance of thunderstorms across the region by next weekend, with scattered storms that are primarily expected to occur in the afternoon. And so that's it. It looks like overall it's going to be a really nice week for everybody. So get out, enjoy it, get that yard work done after all the rain we've had. The grass is going to be growing like crazy. Maybe go out, do hiking or something like that. It's going to be good weather for the pool. So everybody enjoy it. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you again on Thursday. That's when we do our next briefing. All right. Goodbye, everybody.